Imagine a space without time, an existence that no science, arithmetic, or religion will ever be able to explain. Dive deep into the depths of your own being while soaring to the outer reaches of the universe. Imagine a single man, so big in his own mind that he has to do his own introduction. The Earth has aligned with the sun. It's time for the Brian Kusko live stream.
That's right! It's time! That's right! We're live! It's time to go! Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's down in the super chats already, long since the stream started, before the stream started, dropping super chats to enter yourself into a chance to win one of these. And you know what? I think that's something we're going to do every single week, because we're going to live stream every single week. I think for now I'm having way too much fun with it. Have been having way too much fun with it the last couple times. This is the third time that we've done it in a row. We're going to keep it rolling until I get tired of it. But for now, I'm having way too much fun with it, so we're going to do it. And while we're doing it, I'm going to have a trailer every time, and there'll be the ability to super chat and enter into the contest to have some kind of prize win at the end of the stream. And we have our entries. We have like 14 different entries in for today's thingy based on super chats, and we're going to do that. We're also going to talk about the USARG auction at the show this weekend. We're going to talk about the show itself. We're going to talk about these plants and what's going on with them. In fact, you know what? I think I might just have to have plants on every live stream because they are live plants. And, well, they are right now, at least until I start touching them. When I start touching them, it gets a little, the life starts to change a little. Let's just stay right there, little Tillandsia. Be a little air plant, doesn't die before I get a chance to put you in an enclosure. These plants are going in an enclosure. They're going to be part of my very first bioactive setup ever that I've ever done, ever. Soon, in the next video after this one. I'm digressing hard. We're going to talk about USARG. But first, let's go ahead and see what's going on in the chat right now. We got Christopher Sexton, who was actually the first person in the super chats before the stream started, but he went ahead and redacted his entry so that all you lovely folks would just have a higher chance of winning, because Christopher Sexton, our lovely moderator who makes sure that our chat stays not only lively, but happy, very happy, super happy. Don't go unhappy in the chat. We got Bradley, my good buddy Bradley, who's killing it in Arkansas with arm wrestling. Bradley has beat me at arm wrestling. Bradley's probably beat everybody that's ever challenged him at arm wrestling. Bradley, have you ever lost arm wrestling? Let us know. That's Wrapped Around Reptiles down there. We got Victoria Johnson. Let me go ahead and read off who our entry contestants are before we get to that part, but this is everybody that we're going to be drawing for that free brick of cocoa blocks before the end of the stream. We got River Rat Reptiles, Jarrett Peters, Anwar Knapp, Ron, Amy Bruner, Lizard Mom, Low Life Exotics, Derek, Pied Retix, Carlos Mejia, Pete Zupik, Victoria Johnston, Billy Dunlap, Tracy Scott, Haggard Warrior, and Kenny Ginn. We'll be drawing for you guys before the stream's over. We're also going to be, as I mentioned in the trailer, there's a snake down here in between my legs, and we're going to auction that off tonight. Congratulations. You're welcome. All right. Jeremy, Aurora, Jack, Renee, Shade Tree, Jarrett, Whitney, Clistia, Rick, St. Louis Mikey, Mr. Brian Bodie. I got your snake up here, dude. I think she might sell today, though. I just listed some snakes on Morph Market, and I was planning to maybe auction 2 snakes tonight, but one of the ones that I was planning to maybe do for the auction tonight sold 20 seconds after I put it up on Morph Market. That is crazy. That is awesome. I appreciate the support. Seriously, I was mind blown. I was like, wow, I just barely posted that. The show this weekend in Anaheim was fantastic. I mean, I think you could tell by the attendance that people have been missing their Reptile Super Show. You know, it's been almost 2 years since we had a Reptile Super Show. The line was just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I went running. Look, there's Apple. That's Dan Maliri from DM Exotics. That's his wife. She was out there filming the line herself. You guys may have seen Dan's video already. Mr. Kusko, sir. Mr. Bernardin, sir. Thank you for the super chat, sir. This line, like, it went out the hallway, as you can see, and like it got really bright. I had to mess with my camera. You know, there were so many people that have been missing the Reptile Super Show that this was probably the most packed, and it's also the largest venue, so it was able to hold it. I'll show you some clips in a minute that I think I can I skip through this stuff? Like I didn't necessarily want to show you guys the entire line, but it does kind of give you an idea. Look, everybody's waving, everybody's happy, people are ready. My camera's getting super blown out, and I'm probably gonna stop and fix that when I look down and realize that I'm recording just a bunch of whiteness. Let me take a look here. See that there should be a way for me to mess with this. If my eyes will just start working, then I can look at it a little better. There we go. Let's just skip ahead in this line, but yeah, skip there. Oh wait. There's a guy coming. One of the guys stole my. There he is. There he goes, Mr. Orange Shirt. Oh, there he goes. Here he comes. Ready? Oh! Big thumbs up. Thanks for stealing my partition. It's all right. To be fair, I did steal that partition first to start with, because if you guys saw my setup, I had my Triple B TV interview thing set up, and I had these nice velvet ropes, which thank you, Duran, for running and getting those, because I stole the ones from the line outside before the show started. That guy with the orange shirt came in and said, "You can't have that." And Rami's like, "I told you couldn't have that, Brian." And I was like, I know, but I'm one of those guys that just likes to just kind of skirt around the rules just a little bit, as long as I'm not hurting anybody or anybody else. And his reason was like, if I let you have it, then I'm gonna have to let everybody have one. And I was like, yeah, that's some pretty flimsy logic in my opinion, but maybe you have a point, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe you're right. Whatever. He still gave me a thumbs up, and I went back and told him, I was like, look, I got my own. Please don't take it. It looked great. I thought it made the booth really pop. And now we're back at the beginning of the line. That's not where I want to be. Look, the line went all the way into the next building, all the way down to the end of the building, and then looped back around to the other side. That's crazy. And look at this. Time lapse at the booth. This is just a little bit of the madness. I don't know if we need to watch this for too long, but that's a little corner of my booth. You see my snakes floating around there, doing little zips. CMB Reptiles was in the house, came over there and picked up like half of my snakes to take back to their shop, which they are actually now 100% captive bred reptile shop. Pretty freaking sweet. Oh, look, there's my little velvet cord too, right down there. You can see a corner of it. Thanks, Duran, again for bringing that. And thanks to my folks, who are my folks? We got Kenzie, right there. Kenzie wrote all the nice writing on there. You may have seen Kenzie on one of Reach Out Reptiles videos recently, all like 27 tiny house snakes or something like that. And then Duran, my double. If you guys came by, you thought you saw me, you didn't. You saw Duran. And there's Matt, looking happy as ever. Nope, not happy as ever. Just kidding, Matt. Thanks for the super chat, Matt. That was my crew. My crew is crucial. Kenzie wrote the wet letters down, then took off and was a free-floating fairy around the thing in multiple, meanings of the word fairy. And then Duran and Matt stayed with me and held down the fort. No way could have done it by myself, because that show was just nonstop, like I said. And here's a little thing of just like walking around the show. I'm pretty sure I had at least, I swear I put up a video with walking around the show, or maybe I didn't, and I'm a fool. That's very possible. Let's just take one more look. I think that maybe did I not put it up at the end of this clip? If not, then I know we've seen this clip 3 times. You guys are like, Brian, could you stop it already? I could, but no, I didn't put the freaking clip in. What's wrong with you, Kusko? Goodness gracious. I had a nice, beautiful clip of like everybody walking around the show, and apparently I didn't put it here in the live stream to easily do. Whatever. It is what it is. But bam! Thank you, Shade Tree Exotics. Shade Tree Exotics is asking everyone here if you know anyone who has produced a Super Mojave Ivory. Haven't been able to find one, and we just produced our first one this season. Oh, interesting. And thank you, Michael Schote, for the Super Show vid. By the way, there will be much more Super Show video coming. That's just a little teaser. The next video, I'm going to be shopping for these plants at the Super Show. We'll be walking all around the show, so you'll get to see like what it looked like walking around the show, which again, packed show. Like you saw that line, it was ridiculous. Now, some people I heard complaining about the line, but that's just what it is. When there's a lot of people waiting to get in, what I would recommend if you're a person that wants to go to a huge show like that, where like a line builds, I don't know when the first person got in line, but guaranteed it was like at least hours before the show started. And I would do that if like I knew that there was likely something in there that somebody was going to go in there and get, and that was your only chance of getting that animal or item or deal on a certain thing, then it's worth it to make that wait. If you just want to go to the show, man, I'd hang back and wait, because this is, especially the first day, like the show is 2 hours longer than the second day. So you got time to like hang back, not wait in a crazy line, and just kind of walk in, if you wait like an hour after the show's actually started and you're not worried about getting that first animal that you are rushing to get to the front for. And then you'll enjoy yourself a lot better when not having to sit in that long line. Although I do have fun running along the line and filming it. When the longer the line is, the longer I have to run. So yes, wait until the show is about an hour in and then come so I don't have to run as far to film all the way to the end of the line. Because I got back to my booth, I was sweating for like 20 minutes after because it's still a little warm in there, and just, yeah, you get why. You understand what I'm talking about, right? So I'm going to go back to this. Oh, look, I got studio mode. I'm learning all kinds of stuff about myself right now. I can click on that and you guys can't see what I'm doing. Wow, this is fancy. I just learned something new just right now, and I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, but that's okay. Anyway, dang it. Stop playing clips, Kusko. One of these days, I'm going to do this perfectly, and on that day, I will die, and we will live stream it, and we can all come to my funeral. It'll be fantastic. So, can I show that comment? I can. Yeah, line was packed. Inside was certainly packed, but I was at the Reptile Super Show when it was in Pomona, and they had the record-breaking Saturday, like had the most amount of people ever through the door by noon on Saturday at Pomona, and it was like literally shoulder to shoulder. It was crazy. Which, by the way, shout out Rami. Gosh, how is it taking me this long on a Reptile Super Show review video or capture of what really happened? Rami, the man behind the entire show, who puts it on and makes it go. I can't imagine having to organize and coordinate an entire event like that with crazy vendors like me trying to steal stuff from the front of the show to incorporate in my booth. I mean, I'm just one. I'm probably the easier person to handle as far as that goes. And Rami's handling all of it with a smile on his face, looking like he just loves life and everything and everybody, which he must to be able to handle something like that show, and not show an ounce of stress. Like he wasn't even hardly sweating, and he's a big guy. I was dripping sweat, and I'm like half his size. Thank you, Rami, for putting on such an excellent show. And my point about the Pomona show and how packed it was shoulder to shoulder, even though there were so many people at this show, which there were a lot, it was a bit crowded, but it wasn't shoulder to shoulder. The aisles were packed, but not to where like you could move through. Like anytime I needed to take a quick run to the bathroom or something, I could literally jog and run. I didn't have to like wait behind anybody. So the venue was large enough that it could handle that amount of people. I also saw some folks that were worried about social distancing, and I would say to those folks, if you're worried about social distancing, don't go to an event with thousands of people. That would be my advice to you. It's solid advice. My booth did not disappear on Sunday. Omer Lavian. I saw you walk by. You were like one of the few people that could have gotten a discount at the booth because you were rocking a big old fat Triple B shirt. I saw you walk right by. I was like, there goes Omer. And you must have just like not seen me. And that's the other thing. The show was packed on Sunday too. Like usually you think about an hour and a half, generally about an hour and a half before the show is going to die down. It starts to dwindle and wane, like usually from that mark, like 2 hours to an hour and a half before the show is over on Sunday, starts to kind of dwindle down and fade off. And I was kind of waiting for that moment to do my Kusko Uncut and run around the show and film it when I didn't have to, bother a bunch of people, because I'm trying to talk to my camera. I don't want to run into anybody. I don't want to cut people off from looking at what they're looking at just because I want to film it and be somewhat respectful of, respectable. That didn't happen because the show was packed right until the moment it closed officially. Like at 5 p.m. it was still packed on Sunday. There was no moment of waning like towards the end of the show, because I ran around with Taylor and we went and filmed shopping for my first bioactive enclosure. There was not that moment. All right, let's move on to the US ARC auction. My mom made this quilt. Oh, wait, okay. Before we talk about that, real quick. Right here, one of my favorite humans on the planet was at the show. Mr. Brian Gundy. It was great to see him. Look at that guy. Look at that. I think I have to look. That's counterintuitive. I have to look this way to look at him. Hi, Brian. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Brian was there. That was awesome. I love Brian, man. It was great to see him there. US ARC. Yes, US ARC. Also this. I got to go on the news, which was fun. Now that I'm not too uncomfortable being on camera, it was good. That lady Wendy right there, the host. This is why the show was so packed. Was this interview right here on KTLA 5. That's it. If it wasn't for this, there would have been nobody there. I was I was trying to keep a freaking straight face for that so hard. I really did. Look at, she was terrified of snakes, so she did so. That's Buttercup. That snake got to hang out with so many people. That's such a chill reticulated python right there. She was so good. She did. Buttercup, shout out to you for being a great animal ambassador. So many people got to hold a snake for the first time at the show with Buttercup, and we had a couple scrub pythons. And yeah, absolutely amazing. I need a shirt, Brian. Do all-time reptiles. Jeremy, triple-b reptiles.com/triple-b-gear. Just go to triplebReptiles.com. Anybody that really needs a shirt now, the softest shirt you can get. I actually just put up some new shirts that have just a little thing in the corner with the Triple B embroidered on there, like kind of smaller. My dad has never got any of my, I mean, he's worn some, but he when he saw that shirt, saw me wearing it, and I finally realized I didn't actually have them on the website. I put them up there, and he went and bought one. I was like, Dad, you don't have to pay for my shirt, but that's how cool he thought they were. He went and bought one. So I appreciate all the support, guys. It's really fantastic. I sold like half my animals at the show, brought in money. Yeah, that happened. And speaking of bringing in money, US Arc, dude, my mom, like I mentioned, made this quilt, and I swear I've got a picture of it. There it is. Right there, it was of some of my old reptile shirts, and she was like, let me get some of your old reptile shirts. I'm going to make a quilt, put it up for US Arc at the auction. Raised $2,300 just with that quilt alone. Jimmy, my boy Jimmy right there holding it, Mr. Jimmy Cruz of Ball Life, he won it because he was just like, I have to have it. And to be fair, his logo is on the shirt up there too. So that probably helped a little bit. But yeah, Jimmy won. I was stoked that Jimmy won it. And then of course Todd Goodman over at Timberline and Ty from Calzoo, they were like definitely dropping some big bids on a lot of the stuff at the auction, which was a blast, a fantastic auction. Record for the Reptile Super Show auctions, $43,000 raised in an hour and a half at US Arc. And Phil wanted me to say that that's not including like any outside donations, anything else. That's just the auction, just the items that were auctioned off at the auction, not extra contributions from people, which happen pretty much always, just from the auction. 43,000. He said it's a new record. It's growing. The Reptile Super Show has not had that big of an auction yet. So it's just growing and it's going good. And I'm stoked. It's fun. It really felt like family there. It always does at the shows. If you guys have not gone to a Reptile Super Show or any reptile show for that matter, I highly recommend it, especially the big shows like Reptile Super Show and the NARBC show. And I know I need to get to a Herps show. I've heard really good things about them there, but it's just like this big happy family. Everyone's having a good time. It is just so good for your soul to hang out with all these people that are into the same things you're into, and it's like it's a family. It is a family, and it is amazing. It's just incredible. Like I come home from that weekend from these shows so full, my heart so full from getting to see all these wonderful people and all these wonderful animals and get to share all of it together with everybody. If you gotta go to a show. I'm sure lots of you in the chat, I don't know why I'm shouting. I'm sure most of you guys have been to a show. If you have not been to a reptile show, that's what I'm talking to. I'm not shouting at you either. I'm just excited because it was a great show. And they always happen. A lot of people kept coming asking me, like, how's the show? How's the show going for you? How's the show going for you? I was good. I've never been to a reptile show and been like, oh, suck. Dang it. You know what sucks is when reptile shows get canceled and they don't happen. That sucks. But as long as there's a show, it's good. And that was a good show. Yeah. Jimmy Cruz. Boom. In the chat. Freaking fantastic. I'm coming to your Halloween party. I talked to Hillary about it. We're coming. Woo! Oh man, we got to auction a snake. We only got like 10 minutes left and I got to do the Cocoa Blocks. Okay. Let's get going, guys. This is a Phantom. 100% het pied male. He was produced from a Coral Glow pied and our lovely Violet, the Purple Passion, which is, an allelic combo between Mojave and Phantom. And this is a Phantom, 100% het pied male. Now, the rules for the auction are simple. You drop your bids in the chat. You win the bids. You got to pay it within 24 hours. It'll move to the second highest bidder. And then, you got to pay shipping too. And that's that. We'll start the bidding at $100. It's pretty simple. It's not rocket science how we run these things. We did one last week. It was a lot of fun. Everybody enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I got to make a very good friend in Russ Larison, who seems to be such a solid individual. We had a phone call. It was great. It was just everything about it was great. So we're doing it again. And we got Brandon Cox right off the bat, $100. And we got Low Life, $110. And we'll just kind of keep this going until, it gets close to the end, I guess. We got Haggard Warrior, $150, who Haggard Warrior is also in the running. And Low Life, too. Actually, you guys are both in the running for the Cocoa Blocks, too. So multiple things going on here. Dad Young Kiss, I know you're coming in a little bit under, but we're still, 150 is the current. So this dude is obviously eating well. When was he hatched? You know what? I'm going to have to, you guys, hey, Chris, you still in here? I missed a super chat up there, didn't I? I'm sorry about that. I tried to catch all the super chats. Bam, bam. OG Mixis. Go USR. Woo! 175, Brandon Cox. Oh, yes. I don't know if there's much else I can say about him. I mean, you guys know how Phantom works, right? Most of you, not only some of you. Well, this is how it works. It's a snake. It's a cool looking snake. It's in the same complex as it's in the blue-eyed leucistic complex. Lesser, Phantom, Mojave, Bamboo, all of those. Somebody was asking about, has anybody produced a super Mojave ivory, which can be done because ivory is a super yellow belly essentially, and it's on the same allele or locus point. But Mojave is on a separate locus point, so you can have a super Mojave, super yellow belly. What you can't have is a super Mojave lesser or a super Mojave Phantom, because there's only two places that you're allowed to have it. If you guys have watched my genetics videos way back in the day, then I'm just boring you right now with this talk. But Brandon Cox is currently winning at 190, and I think what we'll do is we'll just keep the bidding going because it's still going. But at a certain point, we're going to stop the bidding. So may the best snake keeper win. That's what I say. Haggard Warrior coming in at 200. Oh, you know what? Okay, here's the thing about this guy. There's that A. Was this the one that said A? No, I just love, one of the things I love about ball pythons, other than their very docile and placid manner and how you can just hand them off to any kid and just let them hang out. I love reading the tea leaves in the thing. Bob, Mr. Robert Cropper, also at the show. Fantastic. Dude, there's so many good people at the show. I want to do shout outs for everybody who was at the show, but I'd just be like sitting here literally reading a list of names for the entire stream. Robert Cropper, Bob's Oddballs was there. Fantastic guy. Lizard Mom, you hadn't won yet. We're not there yet. We're doing this, and then we're going to... Yes, to answer your question, Bob, 10% of this will go to US ARC. The rest of it will go to me. I'm not going to lie about it. The rest is going to me, and I'm going to use it to buy something. Maybe pay to keep the electricity on, or, whatever else it is that I have to spend money on around here. That's what it is. We got Haggard Warrior coming in at Bob's Oddballs came in at 250. He said, is this for US ARC or is this for you, Brian? He said, oh, it's for you. 250. I love you, Bob. Dude, Bob cracks me up. If you guys haven't seen Bob at his table, Bob's Oddballs, Mr. Robert Cropper, go check out Bob, man. He donated some clips to me, and thanks, Bob. You're a scholar and gentleman, man. I told him to give, on whiskey. Sure, we'll spend it on some whiskey. Why not? It eventually somewhere, some money's gonna get spent on whiskey. That's very true. There's no doubt about it. That is part of life, water of life to be exact. We got Mr. Robert Cropper at 250, and I think we'll do a what are we gonna do? We do a countdown from. It's 5:57. We only need a couple minutes to roll the dice to pull the winner for the Cocoa Blocks. So we'll do I don't know. I'll just type it in the chat. Is that better if I say it out loud? Let's type it in the chat. right about now, I'm feeling sorry for the people that are watching this after the fact. But if you're watching this after the fact, leave a comment down below and let us know what the next show you are going to is. What is the next reptile show that you are attending? Comment down below. Not here in the not here in the live chat now. Like after this is over, comment down in the after the live stream's over and you're watching this after it's already happened. Please leave us that comment. I want to know what all the shows are out there that people are going to. I'd appreciate it. Oh, Bob, Brandon Cox, our first bidder coming in to try and seal the deal right behind you, Bob. 260. Oh, Joel, you're not listening to instructions. After this thing's over, let us know where you're going. But it's all right. I know. I know you're going to Arlington already. I know that. And anybody who is going to Arlington should probably see about checking out Lone Star Reptiles and the amazing event that is going there for USARC with the To the Death match between Antoine Hood of High Desert Pythons and John Feely of Feely's Clutch. Gonna be wild. I'm requesting video because I'm not gonna be there. It's okay. Oh my gosh. All right, we got Brandon Cox at 260. I'm just gonna do a 30-second countdown backwards, like because I can do that. Like watch me do it. It's easier than the alphabet. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14 Kentuckiana Exotics, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Sasquatch, you're way too low. 5, 4, 3, 2. Brandon Cox, the winner of this. Oh, snap. Cold-Blooded Muscle came in the last minute with 300. Like right on the zero. You serious, Cold-Blooded Muscle? Oh, he is. You know who Cold-Blooded Muscle is? That's Joshua Himovich. All right, we'll restart the counter just in case. I think that's fair, right? Is it an instant death auction? Is that how we should do it? Or should we give people like 30 seconds from the time of the last bid? That seems fair. But I am not counting backwards from 30 again. I'm just not. That's too much. I've never done that before. I got it right? Comment down below. Did I get it right? Did I miss a number? Did I skip a number? I swear I did it right. I'm not, I can't. Sudden death is more metal, huh? Sudden death is more metal. All right, well, while I'm thinking about all that, I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice so we can get our Cocoa Blocks winner decided. I went through the list earlier. I've got dice here, and I've got the list of names next to me with numbers next to the name. And because I'm not a moron, I didn't put number 1 next to anybody's name because it's not possible to roll 1 with 3 dice. It's also not possible to roll 15 with 1 dice. So I need 3 dice so that I can hit 15. Or 16, I'm sorry. You can hit 18, I guess, with this. But I numbered them 3 through 16. So I did it right. I used the old brain and decided, you know what? We can't roll a 1 or a 2 with 3 dice. So there's no 1 or 2 on the list. It's 3 through 16. I'm just going to roll them twice. And the first person will be the winner. Second person will be the winner in the odd and strange case that no one shows up to claim their first prize of the free Blicker Cocoa Blocks. I can't imagine anybody doing that or why that would happen. But things happen. And because things happen, I'm going to roll twice. Thank you, Maskilla, for the very thorough countdown. I'm very impressed. And chicka, we got a 5 and 2 2s, which in the world I live in makes 9. And in the world I live in, number 9 on my list is Derek at Pied Retix. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Derek's Instagram page, but he's Derek Pied Retix, and he literally has 2 Pied Retix. And that's what he posts there. And he's done very well in just a few months with 2 Pied Retics. It's quite impressive. He was also one of our drink sponsors on the Searchables Reptiles podcast that I do with Mr. Garrett Hartle. If you guys have not seen the Searchables Reptiles podcast or listened to it for that matter, well, you should go look it up. We had on Adam Wickens recently. We had on the CMB guys. They're going up on the 17th of this month. It goes up on the 17th of every month. Now I'm going to roll for number 2. Victoria Johnston, you are correct. I live in a very, very nice world. Sometimes people try to mess in my nice world and try to tell me that it's not a nice world I live in. And you know what I tell those people? Not much. All right, let's go. Whoa, that was a big one. We're going to have to reroll because that's a 6, a 6, and a 5. And in my nice world, 6 and 6 and 5 makes 17. And 17 is when I had my very first beer. I bought with a fake ID. My name was Brian McGee. Okay, we got to roll it again. We don't have a 17 on our list. Whoop-ah! Another 17. You got to be kidding me. This is where the odds come into play, right? It literally rolled 2 17s in a row. It means I'm winning at craps. Ready? Huh. If I was number 17, I was going to go hit up a casino real quick. But no, it's a 12. 2, 4, 6 equals 12. And that is Victoria Johnston. So if Derek doesn't claim his blick, that's how you say that's short for brick of cocoa blocks. It's called a blick. Makes perfect sense. All right. Congratulations to all our winners tonight. Thank you guys for making these live streams so much fun. It wouldn't be anything without you guys watching them and participating. So I appreciate it. This has been a blast. We're going to do it again next week. And I know some of you thinking, you're just going to auction off all your het males. Although it's tempting. That's not what I'm going to do. Actually, next week, we're going to be auctioning off a 100% het clown female. Not just 100% het clown, but at least 100% het clown. And she's going to be a female. And she's going to have something else going on besides the fact that she's het clown female. So we'll do that. Okay, this isn't just a place for me to just try and get my het males gone. Although it is good for that. I'm not going to lie. It's great for that. But that's not what we're going to do next week. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I appreciate it. Next video coming out is going to be me shopping for and then setting up my very first bioactive enclosure. I hope to see you guys in the comment section on that video. Thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. This has been a lot of fun. Congratulations again to our winners. And shoot. We'll see you guys on the next one. We're going into a Patreon-only Zoom call right now. And there's a link in the description if you want to try and join us for that. Or not try, but do. Yoda. Now's the time when I click the outro. Thank you for watching the live stream. I really had a lot of fun. If you want to see more live stream, tune in next week for that one. If you tune in for this live stream, I hope you want some real cool stuff. I'd love to do more live stream, but I think you had enough.